Hello, class. This is our last lecture. It concludes not only for the whole course, but the last thing we're covering as well, the eschatology of the Johannine literature, all of it. So we look at here judgment in relation to Christ and to the resurrections. So let's look at this. It's not a long recording or lecture. First, we look at judgment in relation to Christ. Judgment is linked with Christ, who is the judge. John 5:22 and Revelation 20:11 through 12. Christ will judge men because he is the Son of Man. John 5:27. In other words, a man will judge men. The purpose of this arrangement is for the Son to be honored by men. Let's read John's Gospel, chapter 5, verse 22, where Jesus said, "For not even the Father judges anyone, but he has given all judgment to the Son, so that all will honor the Son even as they honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him." We also will look at now the judgment in relation to resurrection. Judgment is actually a corollary of resurrection. We see that from John's Gospel, chapter 5, verses 22 through 29. Those who believe in the Son participate in the resurrection of life. Those who do not believe in the Son participate in the resurrection of condemnation. And you can see the references for each of those. So, there are two resurrections. So let's look at 5:27 through 29. Jesus said, "And he, the Father, gave him, the Son, authority to execute judgment, because he is the Son of Man. Do not marvel at this, for an hour is coming in which all who are in the tombs will hear his voice," that is the Son, that is the Lord Jesus Christ. And they will come forth, those who did the good deeds to a resurrection of life, those who committed the evil to a resurrection of judgment. Now, this is not saying that we're based on works. It's those who have righteousness, is those who have faith in Jesus Christ. Those would be a part of the first resurrection. So let's look at it. Revelation 20, verse 6. "Blessed and holy is the one who has a part in the first resurrection. Over these, the second death, that is spiritual death, has no power, but they will be priests of God and of Christ, and will reign with him for 1,000 years. And so they're resurrected with a resurrected body to reign with Lord Jesus Christ, then the 1,000 messianic reign on earth. And they are part of the first resurrection, and it's unto life. They will spend eternity with the Lord Jesus Christ. And so that's what you want to be a part of as a believer in Jesus Christ. John reveals that believers will be resurrected during the first resurrection, also called the resurrection of life. Believers are to be blessed, and they're holy, and they're set apart. They are set apart to be priests of God and to reign with Christ during his 1,000-year reign on earth during the Messianic kingdom. They will not die a second death, condemned to the lake of fire. So they may die a first death, a physical death, but they're going to be resurrected and have resurrected bodies, and they will not participate being a part of the great white throne judgment that will be condemned to the lake of fire and separated for eternity from the Lord Jesus Christ and believers. Then we have the second resurrection, is unto condemnation. John presents the judgment of the unbeliever, the great white throne. Revelation chapter 20, verses 12 through 15. The scene is before the throne of Christ. The second resurrection takes place The record books are open and judgment is meted out on the basis of the record of each individual. Individuals are judged based on their works, implying corresponding degrees of punishment in the lake of fire. So here we see they don't have righteousness that's been imputed to him because of their faith in Jesus Christ, and their works is all they have, since they don't have Jesus' righteousness imputed to them because of their faith in him, and their works are as filthy rags. Only Jesus' righteousness will satisfy the wrath of God or propitiate the wrath of God. So we see in Revelation 20, verse 11, 12 through 14, we read about the second resurrection. Then I saw a great white throne and him who sat upon it, from whose presence earth and heaven fled away, and no place was found for them. And I saw the dead, the great and the small, standing before the throne, and books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged from the things which were written in the books according to their deeds. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and Hades gave up the dead which were in them, and they were judged, every one of them according to their deeds. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death, the lake of fire. And so here we see judgment in relation to the two revelations. And that concludes these lectures. And my sources for the eschatological judgments was adapted from Charles Ryrie's work, Biblical Theology of the New Testament, pages 349 through 350.